Hi, my name is Tina Meyer-Nowell. I'm excited to talk with you around the topic of the Developing Positive Social Interactions online class. Let's go ahead and get started and take a look. Before we get too far, I'd like to give a special shout out to Laura Anderson, Angie Harrington, Stacy Peeler, and Maggie Shoemaker, who have helped update the content and material in this class to make it more suitable for folks to use outside of a 4-credit class. So let's get started with a little bit of history. This class was developed several years ago to be offered through ORVED, which is Northwest Regional ESD's online charter school. It was developed to be a 4-credit class for students where they could learn about social skills in an online environment and earn half a credit for middle school or high school. However, in response to the need for students and staff to stay home, we have updated the class so it does not have the ORVED requirements to earn credit, and that way there is more flexibility for others who are teachers or related service providers to access some of this content to use with their middle or high school students at their own pace, how they might like to present it outside of the constraints of a credit-bearing class through ORVED. The ideal candidate for the course is a student who is a middle school or high school age, who's generally accessing the general curriculum, functioning about grade level, or at least at the 6th grade reading and writing level. If there are accommodations or modifications, I think it would be very easy for a special educator to make those changes, but the content that's on there right now is about at the 6th grade level. Also, students should be able to use a computer or a tablet fairly independently. As I mentioned earlier, this class was developed for students who really needed to earn credits and could benefit from social skills instruction, but really were having trouble in building that into their course schedule. Let's talk about how it works. This class is offered through Canvas. Canvas is an online interface where coursework can be presented for all grade levels from high school, middle school, all the way at the university level. This course can be used on a smartphone, a tablet, or a computer. I think for most students who are going to be completing work using a tablet or a computer would be best because they're going to need to be typing and writing things up. However, a smartphone might be okay for watching some of the videos or reading some of the content. This course can be accessed in 2 ways. Initially, it was developed to be an asynchronous class, meaning students can access the class 24 hours, 7 days a week at their own leisure. However, this could easily be converted into a hybrid model where a teacher or related service provider might decide to go online at a specific time with a student or group of students and talk about the module, maybe review the lecture together, have some discussion as a small group, preface some of the assignments and give out some additional support that might be helpful for some students to work on some of the assignments and activities together, and then conclude that group session and then allow the students to access some of the content and materials on their own. There's a variety of different kinds of content covered. The first 2 units are really getting the student acclimated to using Canvas and understanding some of the expectations of the class. And so the introduction and welcome spends a lot of time just allowing the student to learn how to navigate through Canvas and use it successfully. And also just lays out what the students can expect during the class. It also involves the student participating in an individual self-reflection on their social skills that will be used between the student and the teacher to form some ideas about some independent skill building assignments that are unique to that individual student. That also could be something that an assignment that could be used to just add on to existing IEP goals, perhaps. The next unit is getting to know you, where the students start interacting more with the teacher and other students in the class. There's some assignments where students can get in touch with each other through the interface and get to know each other and find out some other things in common and things that might be different from each other, for example. Once Unit 3 starts, this is going to be where students hopefully have some more confidence and skill in using Canvas, and they will be learning about what are some ways they can develop harmony in their home as a family member, and has a variety of different types of assignments in there that are pretty fun, where they might interview a parent or interview another person in their household, and also have an assignment where they can plan a family meal together. For Unit 4, that is really focusing in on how the student can communicate effectively with authority at school, and how can they approach situations in a pro-social way when maybe they're not very happy with the situation, for example. Unit 5 is your role as an internet user that really flows into Unit 6 about cyberbullying. Unit 5 really starts off with just general internet safety. How can you navigate and use the internet safely without giving information about your identity? And how do you act if you feel that someone is trying to do things that might be inappropriate when you're using the internet? Which flows right into the cyberbullying unit, where students are able to learn more about the different kinds of cyberbullying that are out there and how to protect themselves and respond to it, and understanding the importance of not themselves getting involved in cyberbullying as well. So how much time is required? When this course was initially developed, it was developed to go over an 18-week period where students could do bit by bit by bit throughout that 18-week period. However, it can be compressed or stretched out based on how a instructor would like to access the content with their students. There's all kinds of different assignments. Some of them I've already made reference to, but there's readings that students do, videos they watch for lectures and additional content, quizzes, discussion forums. This is a really great one, as many students who will be attending community college or universities, lots of asynchronous university classes have discussion forums that are graded. So this is a good opportunity for students to get some experience, some guided experience with having substantive discussions online. They have some journal reflection and writing. They also do some role plays and writing scripts, storyboards, or developing PowerPoint presentations to show some of the things that they've learned over the course. So let's take a quick preview. You can see what the course looks like. So I'm going to reduce that, scoot that over, and this is the home landing page from my view as an instructor. It will look a little bit different from the student's perspective. Here's all the different units. I'll just go ahead and open up the cyberbullying one, for example. And so students are instructed when they do go through this individually, just start at the top and work their way down. And so you can see there's a lecture here. To speed it up, I've just put it up here for you to see. Student would push play and audio would begin, and they would start watching that lecture. And there's additional information about cyberbullying and additional videos the student can watch about cyberbullying. And with that, there is a quiz that goes along with that, and some additional assignments reflecting on what would they do in a real life cyberbullying situation that hopefully will solidify some of the things they've been learning about so far, and some journal entries as well. So this is just one of the modules. I'm going to move the presentation back onto this screen and continue the presentation mode here. And I wanted to thank you for watching this video today. And if you have some additional questions about this class, I'd encourage you to reach out to me, and I'd be happy to answer them for you. If you'd like to set up a time to meet with me in an online meeting and check the class out more in detail to see if this is something that might be helpful for you to use with your students, I would look forward to that opportunity. Email is probably the best way to get a hold of me right now. If you have any questions about what Orbed is, I would suggest going to their website and reaching out, and you can learn more on there, or email one of the staff people at Orbed and they can give you some additional information. So thanks for watching today and for your interest in this topic.